up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Bro, everything is good and everything is bad all at the same dang time. Deke, I'm going through a crisis, bro. It's a real life crisis I got on my hands, man. Whew. This is the last day of my daughter being 17 years old. Okay? I got about 8 hours, 40 minutes remaining of not having a 17-year-old. And then it's going to turn to I have an 18-year-old, and I'm officially be like an old man, bro. Yeah, it's official. When you have an 18-year-old, you're old, all right? I've been running from it, all right? I've been trying to avoid it. I've been trying to duck it, and it kind of hit me today. And, you know, we got the condensed show today. We started at 3:20 because we got the dinner tonight. I'm like, Deke, bro, it's for real.
We're done at 4:20.
We done it for. Hey. Maybe we'll give them 4:20 because, you know, I might have to stop at 4:20. You know what I'm saying? 4:20-ish. But Deke, the birthday dinner's tonight, man. My baby girl's gonna be a whole 18 years old in the morning, man. I am not ready, bro. I'm not ready. I'm trying my hardest to play it cool, calm, and collected. But yeah, man. I feel like that I'm OG status when she gets 18, bro. It's like, you old, bro. Like, if you got an 18-year-old, bro, you an OG.
Well,
I don't care what you say.
Literally,
oh, bro.
The first guy in the chat to respond to your situation said, "Congrats, Moats. You're officially an OG Pops."
You
like
see what
that was his knee-jerk reaction.
Deke,
that was literally the first chat.
Gosh, Deke, 18, baby. 18, Deke. Deke. Think about if you hear somebody you meet, they'd be like, yeah, man, you got a kid. Yeah, I got a kid. You get 18. Oh, you got an adult, bro. You know the feeling. You go instantly look at them like, yo, wow. Okay. Yeah. So it's just, you know, I'm processing through it all. Trying to play it cool, calm, and collected.
Space Creation says you will officially be called Unc.
You see what I'm saying, bro? I got a whole 18-year-old. They be like, yo, Most ain't all like that. They be like, you know, Most got an 18-year-old. Like, God dang. It just hit different, D. Just hits a little bit different, man. Rashawn Jones. Shout out to Rashawn Jones. Obviously, he won the giveaway last show, him and Tom. But yeah, he says, I didn't even want to read it off all the way, man. It just hurt me a little bit. But shout out to, he's like, word, well, you're definitely an Unc now. He's like, you're definitely an Unc. It's no debating it. It's confirmed. And I just feel like that's, I've been 18. To say you've been responsible for somebody ain't. Gosh. And Tom Jade, the email is moatswinners@gmail.com.
Well, I was gonna ask.
You can send that in to me, man, because Rashawn already sent his.
I was gonna ask about Tom Jade. Are you sure you wanted to gift anything to Tom Jade?
Look, man, Tom Jade is for certain getting a gift, man. All right, it's all love. I told you, I got a shirt. I said a shirt, Lord.
Are they getting the same gifts? Or are they different? Because I'm guessing Tom Jade of the two is getting the lesser of the two.
Are you ready? It will be a picture and a book in there, okay? Picture and signed book, both of them signed. Now, somebody might get a Bills picture out there. I don't know just yet, all right? But it will be a picture, all right? Because it's a nice blue and red. And it look good, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Tom J might have that in his, it could be coming this way. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, all right? So, Tom J, yes, I am currently waiting on you, all right, to send me your info so that way I can get in touch and we can go ahead and go through that process and get your stuff sent out, since Deke did pick you along with Rashawn Jones to be the winners, man. Just a quick update, man. Every 100 subscribers that we gain en route to the 50,000 subscriber threshold, we're gonna do a giveaway on the channel. All right, so since we've already crossed that first 100 subscriber threshold, that's what we did the first initial giveaway. Shout out to the homie Deke for making that random announcement for both of them.
Yeah, the Tom Jade one, he was just active in the chat. There was no biasness. There was no reason that I picked him. I just kept seeing his name.
Is that right? His name was popping up for the wrong reasons, is what I remember. I saw his name multiple times, but it was associated with something negative towards the Bills. And it was like real clear. I went back and checked the tape because at first I thought maybe I was tripping. This is what happened too. And Rashawn Jones, man, I blame you for making me check the tape. Which you emailed me that his account, when I clicked on it, it had a different name. So I'm like, hold on, bro, maybe this ain't the same dude. And then I had to go back and watch the tape. And when I clicked, I was like, oh, no, it is. He just got two different names he puts on his thing. So it was dope. But I went back last night. Tom was really talking foul, man. I was like, Tom, that is kind of crazy, bro. Like, So you know, I'm just throwing it out there, man. They said all positive except for Josh. That's
the only two that I remember. I can't recall any of the others, or I didn't even see any of the others. The only two I saw were, I think he called Josh Allen overrated.
Yeah,
that's the one that caught my attention. But
then
I saw a couple down from that. He called you a half blood.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is rough on rough. Y'all know what type of week I'm going.
I don't know what else
man.
he was saying. Listen, I don't know if you saw anything.
You know the trauma that I'm
more
dealing
ramped
with
up than
this
that.
week. All right, I got a whole 17 and 3 and 7 quarters daughter right now. All right, she about to be a whole 18 midnight, man. It's and you can put that pressure on me this week, man. That's messed up, Tom. That's messed up, man. I just But speaking of overrated players and Josh, I did see something today. Did you see where Chris Boswell was named the Special Teams Player of the Month? Shout out the boss. Shout out the boss. I like that. I didn't. Did TJ get defensive? I feel like he should have. Who got defensive? Did you see it?
I doubt it.
I didn't see who got Defensive Player of the Month. I didn't know if you saw it.
I didn't.
Okay.
I barely saw the balls one.
Yeah.
I didn't see any offensive players or defensive players on either side.
Offensively,
AFC or NFC.
AFC Offensive Player of the Month. I was looking to see if it was going to be somebody, you know, that we feel good about.
You mean Josh didn't get it? The front runner for MVP.
Listen,
actually,
man.
I don't know if he is anymore after Sunday night.
Listen, man. I don't need.
It might be Sam Darnold, honestly.
I'm about to say. I want to see who was the AFC NFL. I say
you don't know.
No, I don't. Off the top of my head, no. I just saw Boz. This made me think of it. Players, and that's what made me want to ask. And I know we've been really high on Justin Fields and what he's been doing. I know we are big TJ Watt fans. So let's see what they say real quick. This will be our random intro.
Okay.
All right. So AFC, NFC. All right. So for the NFC, Sam Darnold was the Offensive Player of the Month. Shout out to Sam Darnold.
That's fair. I like that.
Yeah. 932 passing yards, 11 total touchdowns. All right. Aiden Hutchinson was the Defensive Player of the Month. God dang. 16 tackles, 6.5 sacks.
Yeah, he had 5 sacks in one game. That's understandable.
Fair enough. I was sleeping on that one. And then I'm not really surprised by this. Brandon Aubrey. We'll talk about him a little bit. That's the kicker for the Cowboys. 43 points total, 12 of 13. But he's got a 57, a 60, and a 65 yarder right down the pipe. So, yeah, I get that one.
And then he missed the one for you to cover on the Thursday night game.
I know the irony of it all. I was like, you dirty dog, you, man. They have to rewatch it multiple times. I'm like,
wasn't
I'm just
like
sick,
40
bro.
yards?
Yes, bro. I was like, you make the hard ones and miss the layup. It was, yeah. I'm going to leave it alone, though. AFC Player of the Month. Chris Boswell
all right,
was
so you did look at this before.
I literally just pulled it up. Chris Boswell is the Special Teams Player of the Month. Cal Van Noy is the Defensive Player of the Month with 8 tackles, 7 for loss. He got to have more than that, right? What does he have? Did he have 6 sacks? I was like, I feel like he got to have something more than that.
How the hell does he have 6 sacks?
Bro, he's had 2 sacks in each of the last 3 games, bro. He had 2 sacks versus the Bills. That random, the trick play, that's a sack.
Well, that's what happens when you get a big name washed up guy on the Ravens.
Isn't that the truth? That's definitely the truth.
Mike Wallace, 1,000-yard season out of nowhere.
That is for certain the truth. And then Offensive Player of the Month is actually
you definitely
Josh Allen. Of all people, 814 passing yards, 106 rushing yards, 9 total touchdowns, a passer rating of 116.5. He had no interceptions. It's actually kind of crazy.
Those numbers aren't far off from Fields.
There you go, man. There you go.
They're not. Yeah. He's got more total touchdowns. Yeah. What does Fields have? 5 or 6 total?
6 total, right? Yeah. There we go.
I'm just saying, Fields has been playing really good.
There we go. Hey, man. That's why that's why I had to look.
I've been saying that.
Why do you think I wanted to check? I didn't know. That's why I looked.
No, he wasn't going to get the Offensive Player of the Month.
For the AFC? Who is playing better in the AFC more consistently right now? Because would you say Lamar Jackson?
I would give it to Allen over Fields right now.
Okay.
But that's kind of my point. I mean, you got some of the guys in the NFC. You could probably say like Goff, Baker, Darnold.
We feel like
Purdy,
that's
maybe.
NFC though. Yeah.
Purdy maybe. He's had some ups and downs.
Yeah.
He definitely has more touchdowns. I think he has more like total production.
But that's my thing. I'm like, who from the AFC standpoint?
Stroud had a terrible game against the Vikings.
Right. Can't be him. No, not Trevor. No Tua. No Rodgers,
no.
Herbert, no.
I mean, obviously you're taking Mahomes over Fields, but Mahomes has like 5 picks.
That's what I'm saying.
He hasn't looked that great.
So that's what I was for real. I know you saw the same graphic that I saw the past couple of days where it was showing Fields and Mahomes side by. It's like, yo, Fields is playing well. His numbers are actually good. Like, it was crazy because I was looking at his numbers versus Dak's, and I'm like, Dak's obviously is going to get talked about more, but I'm like, Fields still isn't far off from any of these type of.
Dak's got a lot of garbage time stats from the Saints game.
We could discredit it.
I'm just mainly
saying,
the Saints
like,
game.
Just in general though, like, it's not far off. Probably, I think it's like 50 pass attempts different though, and that's the part for me where I wonder, number one, if Fields had more targets, what does that look like? But at the same time, it's like I also get offensively, the Cowboys operate very differently than how we operate. They're one-dimensional. I mean, we'll talk about them.
Yeah,
but that was the thing for us. So I'm like, yo, with Justin Fields, I'm like, yo, he probably was in consideration, man.
He's playing good.
Shout out, man.
What's been my take? He's playing like top 10ish, top 10ish, top 12ish.
Shout out.
Top 12ish might be an understatement. But I'm trying to listen. I'm trying not to get too far ahead of myself.
I get it. But you see how I'm
learning from my mistakes.
You thought I was being funny, man. You thought I didn't, bro. I'm just, hey, man.
I'm trying to learn from my past transgressions with number 8.
It's all good, man. At least your guy isn't overrated like 17, the one who got there. Well, you know that's overrated.
Fields.
Yeah, Fields isn't overrated. Josh is overrated. So
yeah, I don't think anyone's
like you're in a good spot right now, man.
Yeah, no one's saying that.
Yeah,
no one should be saying Josh is overrated either.
Yes, he is. Stop it. He's overrated, bro, and he's washed. But
second best quarterback in the league.
No, man, not even top 10. But we got to focus, man. All right, we're staying focused. We're not doing this thing. We're going to stay focused, okay? So with that being the case, though, yes, so that has been my freak out panic attack. That's what I've been dealing with, Deke. And since we do have the dinner tonight, we are going to make sure that we get y'all how we get y'all. We got some supers coming in. We definitely going to address those. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. And, of course, we got to get a preview in and another week of me washing Deke completely with the picks. I have not looked, but I got the email. It's sitting in the docket. It's waiting on us.
I don't know. I think last week was like 500. I need to get off this snide though.
We're gonna find out. I felt like
I need to get more in the win column.
It felt like a good. I know you got one right. Oh no, we ain't picked that one. Never mind.
Which one?
I thought you had the Ravens one, but you ain't picked the Ravens.
No, I legitimately thought the Bills were gonna beat the Ravens.
Yeah, I was gonna say you would have definitely had that one. I know for certain I lost that Cowboys one. So yeah.
No, we tied.
No, you're right.
So it was 5.
Push. Yeah. Yep.
Pretty crazy.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll do a start like how we always do. So let's start it like how we always do, players. Drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from, so that way we give you those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe. Song we don't play that. All right. Let's go. It's a great day today, man. It's a great day, and it's not a great day. Deke, it's dope to be like I got an 18-year-old, but it's crazy to feel like I'm about to have an 18-year-old, bro. But we here.
We got 2 people tuning in from Hawaii. Steeler Girl 808.
Oh,
from the 808 Maui, Hawaii.
Shout out to Steeler Girl
from the 808 Honolulu, Hawaii.
Shout out to Honolulu.
Says aloha, my brothers.
Shout out to Maui. I likes that right there. That's actually pretty dope, man. Shout out to Steeler Nation, man.
Leah Warren from the 254 checking in from the ER today. Little man not feeling well.
Ooh, okay. Well, definitely thoughts and prayers with that one. No. Definitely want little man to be back right. Mm-hmm.
Jeff H from the 919 checking in. What's up, fam?
Let's get it.
I'll say a few more because we got to expedite the process here. We're on a time crunch. Booyah from the 651 East Side, St. Paul, Minnesota. And Tyler from the 334.
Shout
Montgomery,
out to Tyler.
Alabama.
Well, let me get these last few real quick, Deke, because it ain't a party unless the homies can have some fun as well. So Joe Gerbis in the 580, home to Blake Shelton out of Oklahoma. Shout out. And then we got Marco Frechard from Nimes, France. Shout out to Steelers Nation. Let's beat them Cowboys. And he throws up the French flag, man. Let's go. Let's go. Brandon Griffin in Greenville, South Carolina, to 864. And, of course, Pittsburgh Toddy always tapping in saying, running from Debo in the 520 Tucson, Arizona. What's going on with Debo? Which Debo? Are we talking about Debo Samuel or Debo?
I'm
confused.
I heard like half the comment. What was it again?
So I was reading. Oh man, the chat just jumped on me. Hey, going Pittsburgh Tidy, right? He says running from Debo in the 5-2-0 Tucson, Arizona. I'm like, what's going on with Debo? And I was like, which Debo are we talking? Are we talking like Debo Samuel or Debo? But yeah, that was kind of like Debo's fighting chat. Man, get out of here.
I think maybe that's what he's referring to. I did hear something about that. I didn't think
Which
it was
Debo
real.
Which Debo are they talking about?
James Harrison fighting Ocho Cinco.
Man, stop playing.
Yeah, I don't believe it. There's no way.
Stop playing. If you had to put your money on who you got, though.
Come on, dude.
I just checking. Just making sure we was on the same page. Just make sure, because one has been in the ring before. One was in the ring before. That's all. One's been in the ring also, but it was like cinematic.
I'm guessing
cameras.
This is boxing.
It has to be boxing.
Well,
right?
If it's boxing, yeah.
Ocho's been in there before now.
I was gonna say
he got some experience.
Yeah, I guess.
We've seen an L. Bill sit down Adrian Peterson also.
I could see Ocho tiring him out. He's more nimble on his feet.
Yeah, but I could see Debo catching.
Yeah, that's all he needs. One punch.
That's all we need with Debo.
That actually, you know what? If it's boxing, that might actually be interesting. Because MMA, it's not even a question.
I would agree. MMA, I think Debo kills him. But if it's boxing, if Ocho could dance long enough, maybe you get the big man tired. Could get interested. But if Debo catch him once, I think it's a wrap. Like, I got my money on Debo. They saying it's MMA. Oh.
Yeah, it's over then.
If it's MMA, yeah. Give me Debo, 100. Yeah.
I like it Debo. Even a match?
I like Debo. Yeah. And Debo can wrestle, too. I definitely like Debo. Yep. Facts on that, man. Have you seen?
I mean, that'll be more boring than the Habib McGregor fight.
Dude, I would agree. Do you know how like strong Debo is in real life? Like y'all see him on camera. That man is strong in real life. Like he grab you, bro. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro. And I'm a grown man. I don't even want to play with him. Go. It ain't a good feeling.
So you want me to get through these supers here? Do we want to get to the preview?
Oh, great call. Oh, all right.
Because we got quite a few that came in.
So this the plan, Deke. Fire away. 4:00 though. We turn the page regardless. 4:00 preview.
Yeah.
And we getting the picks in. All right. That's how we'll do it. So from there.
Yep. 10
hit
minutes.
That like
10 minutes a pop for each.
There it is, man. Hit that like button one time for the coach, and don't forget to subscribe, man. Like I said, last day of my baby girl being CMT, then my baby girl gonna be 18. Lord have mercy. So that means we got to get up out of here sooner tonight because we got to go to dinner, okay? And I cannot mess up on the last day of my baby girl being 17. Can't do it.
AJ Martinez says, if you do not expect the unexpected, you will not find it, for you will not find it by search or trail.
Well, you better talk.
Dak will get KO'd from Sunday's game.
God dang. AJ, how you go from being a philosopher to just that? That was tough. That was tough right there. But I like your energy though. And Steelers Road Warrior, the dinner choice tonight from my baby girl was Benihana. So we're going to Benihana. I told Deke lit up. He was like, "Hey, bro, that's the nostalgia, bro. I remember that." I was like, "All right." So that's what we're going to for dinner, man.
I hadn't been to Benihana's in probably, man, I guess that would be like 10, 11 years at this point. Yeah, that was so long ago. So whenever you said that, I was like, "Damn, yeah, that was Christmas break."
Bro.
Me and my friends, we all went. It was dope.
Man.
I haven't been back there since.
So I figured, man, that's what she wanted. That's our birthday thing. It's like, yo, where do you want to go for dinner? It's your birthday. You tell us. That's what she says. All right, let's do it.
AJ Martinez. So I'd like to assume Cooper Rush doesn't cook. I'm just a pissed off fan that never played in the NFL. That cannot believe a 39-year-old retired quarterback beat the number one defense in the land.
That's fair. Trust me, AJ, I get it. And that's dope that you 39. I actually never knew how old you were, AJ. I was guessing you were between 25 and like 50. Because sometimes
No, he's talking about Flacco.
Oh, man. So how old is he, man?
I don't know.
I'm still guessing in, AJ, because I thought I think you're in that range. But, yeah, I can see the 39-year-old QB. Yeah, I can see the frustration with that. But think of it like this. Once you acquire a high skill level, right? Even though you might not do it at the highest of or the best of your ability, you still can come back to it. Case in point, riding a bike. Deke, when the last time you rode a bike, man?
I mean,
forever, right?
Yeah.
But if I were to bring a bike out here, you probably would still be able to ride it, correct?
Yeah.
You might even be able to break out one of them old tricks you probably used to do back in the day. Nothing crazy, but you might have if you require some skills, you might know something. So with a guy like Joe Flacco, who has a high ability to, number one, process defense, anticipate, and still deliver a good football, a catchable football, that stuff, man, that doesn't just fall away. So in the right situation, the right circumstance, which was Sunday, i.e. zone defense, a lot of it, not a lot of pressure on the quarterback, so he's not feeling like he has to work or play faster than he's comfortable. That's the perfect storm, along with him coming in with the lead. Wasn't like he had to start the game.
I was more surprised with how Anthony Richardson played than
I would
Joe
agree.
Flacco, especially with how Joe Flacco played last year with the Browns.
I would agree.
Like I saw that he
This is what
still
Flacco
had a little
does.
bit of a spark in him.
Yeah, he can do this. If you give Flacco time, he will pick you apart. He will do that. The problem is when you start making him move off the pocket or move off the spot, have him moving his feet, the athleticism, trying to throw on the run, that's when you're going to see that drop off. And that's why he's no longer QB1. He's,
That's why we always did a really good job against him when he was on the Ravens.
100%, man. Yep.
So, honestly, the Flacco I saw last year with the Browns was more of an anomaly to me than what I'm used to seeing, where he's back there chucking it up for 300 yards.
Yeah.
The only other time he did that was the Super Bowl run. Really?
Yeah.
Because, we knew the Ravens. He was on the Ravens for 10 years.
Yeah,
and anytime he played the Steelers.
Bring the pressure, make him move.
He was like a Baker Mayfield to us, in my opinion.
That's a great analogy.
I never really worried about him. You knew he had a big arm. He was more troublesome whenever the Ravens would play other teams. I feel like him and the Ravens would get lucky at times, and he'd have a decent season here or there, but never really worried about him.
Yeah. Like
a solid quarterback, no doubt. He was the Ravens franchise quarterback for that time, had the Super Bowl run and stuff, but whenever he played us, never worried.
Yep.
AJ Martinez says, 2 is great, but ESPN showing an aerial view of the offense. There were 2 receivers open, but he forced into Muth. Great arm talent, but what's up?
So I know some of the play. I know that play and then a couple other plays that similar things were shown. And when we talked about it on Monday, my thoughts and feelings are still kind of the same as it is today. If you are asking him to be the most elite pocket passer that's going to read everything the first go around and anticipate it, I think that you're going to come up short or come up wanting more with him at this stage. But the thing that I like is he is still making the high percentage throws along with being aggressive when need be. Case in point, that last big throw he had to George Pickens. I thought he could have hit GP a lot earlier in the down, but okay, so what? He didn't see it. But what he does bring is his athleticism to extend the play, keep his eyes down the field, and then you do see that great arm hit a GP and strive for an explosive field flipping play. I feel like with Fields, the more reps he gets out there, the more he plays, the faster he's going to be able to process those coverages and, more importantly, see some of those guys or anticipate those guys coming open. Because by the time you see them open, typically it's too late. You got to already know, hey, man, this is where it's about to be because just how fast the defenders are out there. So that's kind of, what I think on with Fields, looking at some of those same clips that you're talking about. I know what they were putting up there. I think Dan Orlovsky was talking about it at one point. But that's just one of those things where through time, through experience, he's going to get more comfortable with that, and that will happen. That, to me personally, is the part that I side with Russ on, and I say, okay, Russ doesn't have the ability to extend it at the same clip as Justin Fields, but I personally don't think that Russ would need to as frequently because I think that he would be kind of like what we're talking about with Joe Flacco. He is going to see certain things and already know where he wants to go with it, and now the anticipation getting it out, that's where he's going to shine a little bit more. So both guys work really well, but that's, the thought process in terms of Fields, and then a little bit of when y'all hear me talking about the Russ element, that's kind of what my mind is processing when I think of Russ.
Yeah, sometimes that extend the play stuff is just part of your game to a certain extent. I mean, I remember Steeler fans for a good majority of Ben's early career would be complaining about him holding the ball too much, but then he would just make plays. It's like, stop complaining, let this dude do his thing, man, because it's part of his game. It's something that he can continue to do week in and week out and make plays and get the offense rolling and score touchdowns.
And Ben showed the
win
consistency
games.
of doing that week in and week
Absolutely.
out.
And then obviously his game evolved as his career went on. So I think that in a way that goes hand in hand with what you're saying with Fields.
Yep.
Like, all right, he's extending plays now, and that's helping the offense move the sticks, get touchdowns, and ultimately win games right now. But I think as he gets more and more experience, he should be able to get some of these quick reads out because he'll just be more familiar and have more experience.
Because once you see the same defenses over and over, man, you process it so much faster. I mean, even now, 6 years retired after 9 years of playing it, it only took me about a play to realize, okay, this flip-flopping to drop the coverage is just cover 3 or Tampa 2. But if you haven't seen it enough, man, that can look weird at times. That can look crazy at times. But that's when you talk Russ, when you talk some of those big break 7 at the end of it.
Hell,
it's like,
someone
man,
just brought up
so
Mahomes in the chat.
Early on, remember, he said he couldn't read coverages,
right.
man.
But think of all the plays that he was extending.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And that's the thing where it's like Fields has been surviving like that, and we're seeing him now start to evolve even more. And I think that's why we're seeing the decline in turnovers from him, because he is processing it faster. It is slowing down for him, but it's just levels to that part of it. But luckily for him, he has the athleticism that is buying him even more time. So like I said, that's why I like him, man. So yeah, shout out to AJ though, man.
AJ also says, so my trash talking score was 18-17 Steelers, but in truth, 38-6 Steelers.
Let's go.
Every time someone gets me mad, I will at times talk trash.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He goes on and says, my trash talking seems to bring out the best in people, and I'm proved wrong. I love being wrong if it elevates a person, or in this case, our Steelers.
Talk your talk, AJ.
Oh, so
he's
talking trash to the Steelers.
He's talking that talk, man. Yeah.
Because if he said his trash talk score is 18-17, then he's saying like Steelers, come on,
man,
you're only winning by one.
Just one, that's it. You ain't got a 38-6 in you.
Yeah. If this was last week, I would have projected you to win by double digits, but now only 18-17.
And it's the Cowboys we talking about.
But I still got you winning. Like he's still
like y'all,
deep down a Steeler fan, so he can't help himself.
I just thought y'all was nicer than that, but I guess. I suppose you're all right.
AJ Martinez says, much love to the GOAT chat. 5-5 the Diggler. Today is big time pain day, so the meds are cooking, and I gotta still get through the duties.
And I respect on that. And AJ, we're gonna provide that content for you, even if it's in a condensed form today. You're getting content, all right? We want to do our part to make sure you feel better, baby, all right? Hey, and y'all hit that like button for AJ, man, so he can know that he's a vibe, man, all right? And if y'all ain't subscribed yet, make sure y'all subscribe, because AJ is very much a part of what we do over here.
Well, he also says, please excuse my lack of interaction with the chat. It's a difficult day. I will be listening. No retreat, no surrender. Let's go Steeler Nation.
Talk your talk, AJ. Talk your talk, baby. Keep fighting, man. You're going to be straight. You know that. Big bad.
Isaiah Aguilar has joined the upper room.
Shout out to Isaiah Aguilar. And welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Colton Troy Fu says, trying to teach my 8-under flag defense the fire zone. Seeing the confusion on their faces every day makes me think how hard it must have been learning the real thing.
Match, carry, deliver. What does that mean? It's kind of like man, but it's kind of not like man. It's kind of like zone, but it's kind of like man. All right? Fire zone, baby. Yeah. It get real. It gets real.
Kobe says, we draft great at receiver. No need for the Adams trade. There's not a mid-season draft, though.
And some people still feel we drafted great at receiver when Ben Roethlisberger was here. They say that's the part that helps.
Well, Pickens, I mean, he's
a second rounder. He's not a late rounder.
You're not counting him?
No, he's a second-round draft pick. What are we talking about? He should have been a first round if he had an ACL. We know this.
Yeah, but there's a lot of second-rounders that flop, even first-rounders.
In theory, sure. We're just talking about the concept with this receiver thing is the AB vibe. Because we got him in the 6. We talk about the 4th.
We
talk about the third rounders.
Martavis 4th.
Yeah.
I get you.
That's all. We don't bring up Marcus Wheaton and say, oh, man, look, we got a Marcus Wheaton. Because he was second rounder. Now,
no, he was third round, actually.
Oh, excuse me. Good call on that. He was third round. Sorry
third
for that.
Round. Him, Mike Wallace, Emmanuel Sanders, all third round.
I'm tripping. Yeah, good call.
See, I think you could throw him in the mix of a receiver that was part of the cycle. I was hoping he'd be better, though. I think 2 seasons of like 600-700 yards.
Respect.
And then flamed out. That was his career was really weird here.
Yeah, I heard, though.
Is that what happened? I can't remember.
The race.
Oh. Really?
Mm-hmm.
You got hurt?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I told you.
I know the story.
I said Shay rents people about it. Yeah. Yeah.
Justin Gordon says, Unk status officially begins at age 45.
Oh.
You're good.
Respect it. Let's go. Now, usually 45 is because that's probably when you got an 18-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Not at 36. Just be like that sometimes. Don't be doing no math. Y'all good.
Let's go. UW says, Ocho is apparently fighting James Harrison in MMA. 3-round fight before the Super Bowl. Ocho going to die.
I would agree with that. But unfortunately, I am going to pay to see it. I shouldn't contribute to this nonsense, but they'll get my dollar. Yep. If Debo is going to... Shoot, depending on where the fight is actually at, I might even pull up just because Debo's in it. I ain't even going to hold you on that, man. I was just talking about Debo earlier today. They was like, James, I was like, do I? You know what it's like to go from idolizing, watching, and studying to that's your teammate and me and your phone? You was like, well, hit Debo up right now. Like, yeah, I might pull up. For it.
Greg Yeager, I'm feeling a huge bounce back from JPJ.
Big facts.
We're going to need it.
He got a big test this week. How you want to do him this week?
Luckily, no cooks.
He got a big test this week.
I'm for JPJ. I'm just saying for the rest of our secondary.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't think they really have anyone else. Yeah, Ferguson. And then who's their third receiver?
Oh,
I forget his name. He's not bad, but he's not Brandon Cooks. So if he becomes your second, you're not worried about it too much.
It ain't what you think it is.
Let's get UW says, so depending on what the RB room injuries look like, would you consider signing guys like Jerick McKinnon or James Robinson to fill any gaps?
I did. I would. I think Jerick McKinnon is a really good player. James Robinson is as well. Didn't he have a year where he led the league in rushing? That one was his rookie year.
No, he had 1,000 yards with the Jaguars.
That was his rookie year?
It wasn't
James
like
Robinson.
anything crazy.
Yeah. But I think it was because the undrafted rookie year.
Right.
I think that was the
no one
vibe
expected
of it.
him.
Yeah. Almost not Jalen Warren like, but like almost in that same vein. But yeah, I would be open to either one of those guys. I know they bumped up Aaron Champlin again. So
where's my man Edwards?
Oh, I thought he got signed. I thought somebody picked him up.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought somebody had picked him
I
up.
feel like he was better than Champlin.
Champlin, yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah, it's like Champ K. Lynn. Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to sign guys like that if Warren and Patterson continue to be out.
Yeah. Now, they haven't ruled either one of them officially out yet. And we know when Coach Tomlin talked about him, he basically said that, they're going to get a chance to practice to see what the availability will be. But
I kind of want to see who else is available. It can't only be those two as the top guys. Well,
tell me some good names, man. Tell me some good names.
Fournette's got to be out there, right?
Yeah, because Buffalo released them.
Come on. They got it in like 2025. I'm not liking this.
No, we don't want that.
This is messed up.
Hold on, I got you. Let me see if we can find something.
Oh, wait, I got it.
Oh, you got me? I bet.
Yep. There's a Latavius Murray.
I like I got a lot of history.
Wow,
with Latavius.
he's really 34.
Bro, I got history with Latavius. He's nice. We like him a lot. He could definitely play here. I like his game a ton.
Kareem Hunt was the best guy available.
Bro, Latavius Murray will cook. I promise you, bro.
Damon Harris.
Man, he works too. I know he got banged up though. I seen that in real
Boston
life too.
Scott. Didn't we pick him up? We
Boston
might
Scott
have
was
him
here before, yeah.
Is he just showing on our practice squad?
Bro,
I swear we signed him.
Damian Harris, Latavius Murray. You would like both of them here. I've seen them cook.
I would pick Damian Harris over Murray.
Oddly enough, Murray played way better than Harris during his time.
That was just last year, right?
Yeah.
Marlon Mack.
Marlon used to be nice, but the injuries got to him too much.
Yeah, we missed out on Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt was the best of this group for sure.
I'm telling you, man, Latavius Murray, bro. I've seen that.
But if Warren and Patterson are healthy, we don't got to worry about anything.
This is also true, but that's what we got to find out what the status is.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like either of them are going to be out long term.
Yeah.
It's just like these annoying, nagging injuries right now.
And Jashad also said that Dalvin Cook, he believes, is on the Cowboys practice squad as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So we
pick
would have
him
options.
I would
we
pick
definitely
him
have
up.
options.
Johnny
Which
Utah.
is crazy if you think about that, though, because we'll obviously get to this Cowboys situation, but they're using CD Lamb and fullback and all type of randos to run the football.
Dalvin Cook can't be that washed.
That's what I'm saying.
2 years ago,
what are we
was
talking about?
Like a top 10 running back.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the Jets, and they didn't use him.
Yeah.
I think he was hurt. I can't remember what happened. Well, obviously, Rodgers got hurt. That screwed any type of production that Cook was supposed to have. But I think he was hurt. Obviously, they had Breece Hall, split backfield. Mm-hmm. Just didn't work out. But that's what I mean. He's not too far removed from that Viking season.
I would agree with you, man.
I think he's still under 30.
I would agree with you, man.
He couldn't have fallen off that hard.
I would agree.
It happens, but
if playoff Lenny Fournette can have a run, I think Dalvin Cook got one more run at him.
Johnny Utah says, I keep daydreaming about Adams. No Diddy.
Oh, thank God.
He says, we got to get him. Don't want to get my hopes up, though.
Listen, just use more baby oil and you'll be fine, all right? But I do agree with you, man. And I like the fact that we talked about it on the show. And by the time I went to sleep last night, Deke, the reports were coming out. Steelers are interested. Steelers are looking into it. Omar Khan's on the phone.
From two people. It was Diana Rossini.
Come on, man.
I think it was Justina Anderson.
Yeah. I was about to say, because it was definitely two. Yeah.
They both reported it.
I was like, all right. Deke, I went to dinner last night. I was like, hey, man. Felt like me and my dog was on to something there, man.
The only wrinkle that hurts us is it seems like Adams wants to go to the Saints or the Jets more.
But Rodgers is his homie that he balled with.
That's understandable. But are those GMs as savvy as Omar Khan? Exactly. Are they going to offer something as good as us? Because this is different than Ayuk.
I would agree.
Adams has a no-trade clause. He already has his contract, so he doesn't have as much say in his next team.
I would agree.
And I don't think if he gets traded to the Steelers, he's going to be stressing about that.
Not at all.
There's no reason for him not to want to be here.
He already said we're on his list of teams he would be willing to go to. That was the other thing. He said us, Buffalo, Jets, all right, and then the Saints, and it was one other.
I didn't see Buffalo on his list.
It was Buffalo up there. Yep, it was 5 teams. I forgot the 5th one though, because when I seen Buffalo, I was like, yes, we made the cut, and I was like, yes, we made the cut, and I was like, Jets, I was like Rodgers, and it was like Saints, and I was like, oh, Carr's there, but yeah, it was one other team. I just don't remember who it was, but there was like on his list of teams he would be willing to play for, and he would be open to playing for, and then from there. They started going down that list of who could actually afford them, and that's where us came in way better. Where some of the other teams,
we probably got to be the top team that can afford them.
That's what I'm saying. Ravens,
without doing anything absolutely crazy.
Yeah, Ravens. Yeah, I thought it was it Ravens? I don't think it was Ravens. I don't know.
Chiefs, Commanders.
It was in that because those teams have been linked as well. I just don't know if those specific were one of the ones. I just don't remember, but very easily could have been.
Arctic Adjuster says, question, if Canada never had a losing season, then why is firing him okay, but not Tomlin? Tomlin equals most losses to subpar teams than any coach in NFL history.
That's fine. Just look at his winning percentage and compare
Canada
it to
was
those.
terrible at his job.
Yeah, and the other thing I would say is this. In reference to Canada was a part of the ship, but he wasn't the head of the ship. Coach Tomlin's the head of the ship. So when you're the head of it, you're going to get all of the criticism, which is what you gave him, right? Most losses to subpar teams because you put that exclusively on him. So the flip side is he gets all the credit for the victories as well. And you said it yourself, right? No losing seasons. How long has he been coaching? That's a lot of wins, right? So that's why, unfortunately for Matt Canada, he was released or viewed as expendable because he doesn't have the cachet nor the track record of success that Coach Tomlin has. So, yeah, I think it was pretty simple.
Canada was the anchor holding us back. We were winning in spite of Canada. Like, we had winning records in spite of him. Like, worst offenses in the league was the type of stuff he was putting together. We had to get rid of him. He was bad at his job. It's just as simple as that. Tomlin, he's good at his job. Like, it gives you the floor of at least 500 going into every season, a winning record. Like, that's something to be said for that. So we're at 359 right now, and there's like 4 or 5 supers here.
All right.
6.
Fire him away. Let's go. We're going to push through.
Justin Gordon says, with the style of ball we play, Tomlin games, will that hinder offense guys from getting paid big contracts?
In a way, yes. But I think as long as we are winning, I think those players will be okay with that. Now, you're going to have the outliers that want more money versus being a part of the system. And if that does happen, you kind of weed those guys out. But, yeah, I think that if your numbers are going to take a negative hit, but you're going to win more, I think a lot of guys will still be able to sign up for that. Yeah.
T-Star F, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. We learned.
Was thinking, funny how we bragged about our offensive line being healthy all last year, but dealing with injuries on the line this year.
The irony of it all. Here we are.
Life comes at you fast.
That's real life.
Donovan LaRue says, just got fired. About to get turned up this weekend. Steelers better win for the mental state.
Let's do it.
Can't do another game like last weekend.
Big facts, Donovan. And I love your perspective, man. Hey, that job won't for you, baby. But you know what? Now you get a chance to get a new opportunity, all right? So keep pressing on one step at a time. And you know we're going to rock with you the way you're rocking with us, baby. Turn up this weekend. Let's get it.
Hannibal, and I know how many years does the CBA allow for teams to practice before games? Does that factor into why we couldn't play something for both quarterbacks?
He's asking how many hours does the CBA allow teams to practice before the games, and does that factor into why we couldn't prepare or plan for both quarterbacks? Talking about the Anthony Richardson and Joe Flacco element. Yes. So Hannibal 090, you get 2.5 hours of on the field practice time. You also get, I want to say, about 30 minutes of dedicated walkthrough time each day. So 30-minute walkthrough, 2.5 hour practice, and that 2.5 hours includes your stretch, your warm up, your individual coach talking, water breaks, bathroom, everything is in 2.5 hours. I do not care if 10 people fall out. Your clock does not stop. You do not get to pause that and say, we're going to bump this later. And it's a camera rolling the whole time. If you violate, team gets fined. It's that simple. So, yes, that's a big factor into why teams don't waste time preparing for multiple quarterbacks, because history has shown that teams do not rotate quarterbacks. Teams traditionally play one quarterback, so that's why they focus on that guy and just try to make the best plan that they can. Now, when bad luck happens, you hope that your overall planning and preparation from training camp, where you do work multiple situations, you do focus on a lot of that other type of stuff, that is, you bank on that being able to get you out of some of these weird situations. But in this case, you go from planning all week for a very mobile dual threat style quarterback to now a very stationary but veteran big arm type quarterback. It's just a difference of approach. But at the end of the day, if you play better in the basic fundamentals, which were what? Communicating on defense, zone concepts versus man concepts. We blew multiple coverages that related to direct touchdowns. Winning our one-on-ones in terms of pass rush. We did not sack Joe Flacco nowhere near enough, and I think all of us would agree with that based on the talent that we have there. If you do those simple things, it's a totally different game, man. And then we talk about protecting the ball on offense, changes it. Now you get out there to win, and nobody's even tripping on any of this type of stuff.
A2A Style says, Moats, I hope it's a while before you become Papa.
Oh, geez, Louise. Me too, but dude, don't do me like that. Lord. Whew. I don't even want to think about that. And I prefer Papaw. That's what I'm going for, Papaw. I've already thrown that out there. I'm not in no rush.
What?
I want to be called Papaw. I'm just, don't call me granddad. Just Papaw. All right, I'm Papaw.
Okay.
I'm just throwing it out there. All right, I'm not in no rush, but that's when it's Papaw. All right, that's niggas vibe. Sorry.
Greg Yeager asks, is Kareem Hunt better than Najee Harris?
No, I think Kareem Hunt is a more elusive runner. When he was with the Chiefs the first go around, I think at this stage he still has the sweet feet, but the overall durability, the ability to lean on guys for 4 quarters, the ball security, I don't think, no. You can make a case he has a more natural set of hands to catch the football with, but I think Najee's already proven, even with Ben, that he can catch the football and he can still be very productive out the backfield that way as well. What do you have this rookie year? 7. It was like something crazy. It was like 50, 60 catches, something like that. So it's like, like we've already seen Najee. It's just, like I said, with Kareem, back when he was playing with the Chiefs that first go around, he was Kareem Hunt. He was younger and he was athletic. Now that version, I like that version a little bit better than I like this version of Najee. But at this stage, give me this version of Najee over 2024 Kareem Hunt.
AJ Martinez says he's 55 years old.
Bro, stop playing. AJ, shout out to you, man. That's why AJ my favorite, bro. Because he's 55.
I got a comment from my cousin Steve.
Shout out to cousin
Loyal
Steve.
Listener of the show.
Shout out to Steve.
You've met him before. Says, listed our Florida house for sale today. We're coming home, Deke.
Let's go.
That's pretty dope.
Welcome back. To ask, like, is it good that he's coming home?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I like it. Yo, let's go. Shout out to cousin Steve there, man.
Yeah, good cousin.
Shout out to the good cousin Steve, man.
We got a good family. I'm not even gonna front. We have a good family.
Everybody I met that you rock with, they seem pretty dark. Like, yo, all right, you cool,
Yeah, so
you cool.
Definitely good thing he's coming back.
Cool,
I guess the hurricane scared them off a little bit.
I could dig that,
They
bro.
got sick of that type of stuff that Florida offers.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And look at Malachi Especial. You know I butcher your name every time. You know it's all love. Though. He said shout out to Steve. So he's shouting out Steve too. Shout out to cousin Steve, bro. I like cousin Steve, man. I like this.
406. That's
all
the
right.
last of the supers.
Let's cook, Deke. Let's cook. All right. So let's get our game preview in real quick. All right. Just rattle off what you like, what you don't like, I suppose.
About the Cowboys?
Yeah.
I guess Dak's okay. He's okay. Dak's Dak. How about that?
Okay.
That's what I'll give him.
All right.
Dak is Dak.
If somebody never seen Dak play before, how would you describe him?
An average quarterback getting paid way too much.
What does that look like, though? Tell me, what does it look like?
It's tough because it could be so up or down on any given week. It could be, he's out there 250, 3 touchdowns, 300, 3 touchdowns, like looking really good. Yeah. Almost like he deserves the money he's getting. But then the next week, you look up and the Cowboys are down 21-3 going into halftime, and Dak is thrown for like 8 for 17, 90 yards, and 2 picks. I guess the type of player he is. Yeah, that's the tough part. That's how I would describe him. I mean, it's a mixed bag from him, but like he's also consistent enough where his floor is like just an average quarterback for the most part. I was gonna say it's weird for me to say all that because his floor actually is pretty bad at times, like really bad. Yeah. But I would say like over the course of a season, his floor is like average. How about that? I don't know if I'd describe that well. He's Dak. I mean, you got to be familiar with football to understand what I'm saying. I think when I say that, you get what I'm saying. If you watch football enough and have seen Dak enough over the course of his career, Dak is Dak.
So I would agree. As a alum. Or even as
he's
a
okay.
Cowboys fan,
I wouldn't necessarily put him in. I guess you could put him in the good section. I guess I don't know.
I say Dak is a really good quarterback, man. But this is the thing that I like about Dak. I think that he has leadership. He's smart. He's accurate with the football. Good arm. And if you catch him on the right day, he makes really good decisions with the football. But what Deke is talking about and what is the big knock on him at times is, he can throw you out of a game. He can kind of disappear and you'll just be wondering, man, I'm paying this dude $60 million.
And it's in some of the biggest moments, too.
Yes, and that's the other part of it as well. So that's a big factor in terms of why Dak is viewed how he's viewed. The one positive that I do feel, though, is he is in very much command of this offense, and they operate almost exclusively through him because their running game is non-existent. So because of that, you get the chance to see a lot of his successes, but at the same time, think Justin Fields on a bigger scale, though, when he was in Chicago and he was being asked to do everything. Well, if you play and you have an off day, it's magnified. That's what happens to Dak. When Dak is forced to do it all, as long as he's on, it looks great. And that's why he gets the $60 million. But when it's off, it's really bad at times because he doesn't have some of the God-given attributes that some of these other more marquee quarterbacks do have. But the one thing that a couple of things I personally liked about the Cowboys, man, CeeDee Lamb.
I was gonna say I'd throw him in the mix.
CeeDee is good, man,
and maybe their secondary is all right too. Right at this point, with Micah Parsons potentially being out and
I ain't even
DeMarcus Lawrence being out.
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs, man, he's a ball hawk. You put the ball up around him, he'll go get it. But at the same time, very undisciplined with his eyes. Think Marcus Peters, Kansas City Chiefs. He is playing quarterback in ball. He does not care about that receiver or that route. So with that being the case, if your quarterback is able to utilize his eyes and pump fakes accordingly, you can take advantage of him. And that's the feast or famine that Trayvon Diggs has been since, coming onto the scene in Dallas. Even in the Giants game most recently, he has a pick. It obviously gets called back due to the offsides, but it's like you see him with Malik Neighbors and he looks good. And there's other times it's like, bro, where are your eyes at? This is bad. That's him, man. I like the linebackers too, though. In terms of Kendricks and DeMarvion Overshown. I don't know if you remember him talking about him coming out of Texas.
I remember him.
Yeah.
I mean, Kendricks, he ain't the Kendricks of old.
No, he's not. Think of it like this, though. Think of Kendricks as Lawrence Timmons, Overshown as their young version of a Shazier. Like, that's the vibe they're going
Overshown's been
with.
playing pretty good this year.
Yeah, he's their athlete. That's the sideline guy. That's the guy that's making a lot of their plays defensively on the second level. Kendricks is always going to be in the right position. He has a pick already this season. That's always going to be a part of his game. But he's just the super smart guy, man. But they suck against the run, man.
Yeah.
They suck against the run. And they can't run the ball.
I don't know if they're – I know we talked about Diggs and Hooker. Like, their secondary being all right. But, like, I don't even know if their defense is that good.
Yeah.
Just point blank, period.
I would agree, bro.
Like, I don't think Justin Fields should have any trouble passing the ball either.
I would agree, bro. They don't create a ton of pressure.
They really had their, like, awesome game against the Browns, and everyone thought they were going to be like one of the top defenses. Now as time's going on, you're looking back and saying that was, I think, more of the Browns and Deshaun Watson just being awful than the Cowboys being good.
Yep.
And that was with them still having Parsons, and I think Lawrence was playing back then too. Now, no Parsons, no Lawrence, and seeing these last 3 weeks, them getting gashed on the ground. But then also I got to see Danny Dimes pick them apart on Thursday Night Football, like having no problems move the ball up and down the field. They just couldn't get it in the end zone.
Malik Neighbors
so
gave them the blues, bro.
I don't think the Cowboys defense is that good.
Yep. I don't think they're very disciplined either as a team. You look at them and they have a lot of penalties, pre-snap penalties. Their tackling is very inconsistent. When you talk about their pass rush, Parsons, like I said, him and Lawrence are their best versions of that. They got another guy, 97, who's pretty good. But in terms of consistency with it, it's not there in my eyes. And coverage-wise, man, they blow a lot of coverages too, man. Like, you look at that Giants game, there's some dudes running free. That's just a recipe for bad, man. It's a recipe for a disaster. So with that being the case, I like us. I like us a lot, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I think our defense is going to be fired up Sunday night coming off that dismal performance. We're back at the crib. The energy's going to be there. TJ Watt's going to be absolutely pissed off. I think this is a good chance for Herbig to have a bounce-back game, too, going up against Guyton on the left side. He's been struggling.
Young boy, too, out of Oklahoma.
TJ Watt going up against Steele on the right side, that's not going to be an issue for him either.
He need a get-back game, which you're telling us, huh?
Absolutely.
Come on,
and
man.
Given that it's Sunday night at home, all that stuff, I think everyone's, not only him and Herbig, they're going to be fired up, but I think the whole defense is going to be fired up.
TJ show up.
And with the Cowboys and their lack of a run game,
they dropped Mac 40 times.
Right, I was going to say that's going to make them one-dimensional, and that's only going to help our pass rush. I think that's only going to help our defense as a whole because Cowboys are going to be one-dimensional. And
they're going to play into our
I don't
strengths.
think Dak's going to be able to carry the squad.
Not for 40.
I like our defense over Dak and the Cowboys passing game, dropping back 45 times.
1,000%.
At home with the
TJ,
energy.
Bro. We got primetime TJ.
After that loss against the Colts last week and how bad our defense looked.
Here, bro.
They're going to be extremely motivated. Man. So I think we're going to be fine on defense. And then on offense, I don't know if it's boring to say, but Fields just got to keep doing what he's doing. That's really it.
Except the snap stuff.
Yeah, except that. Fields just keep doing what you're doing, and going up against this Cowboys defense, we should be able to run the ball. I know we have concerns about our offensive line, but if we're not able to,
fits this though.
I like Fields' chances of being able to elevate us.
Yeah. I like it, man. I like it a lot.
I think I got us like 27-17.
Okay, let's get it.
Maybe
Let's
Dak
get
gets
it.
a garbage time touchdown or something like that. But I think the game's under wraps.
Yeah.
Late third, early fourth.
I know the type of game you're talking about. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's primetime TJ night, man. So you know what we on. I got a couple matchups real quick, man. Obviously we know Dak is their quarterback over there, and just like me and you were talking about, he could be on some nights, but he could be off some nights. And when he's off, you got to take advantage of it. I like my man Minka. I need one. We ain't had a Minka interception in how long now? When the last time it's been, man? It's time.
Probably 2022.
It's time, bro.
I don't think he had any last year.
It's time, bro. And Dak could do it. You know, I watched a lot of Dak. Dak could do it, man. So that's the first one, man. Next one, CD Lamb versus the homie JPJ. JPJ, you know, get back game, man. Let's get it. They are going to feed and force feed CD Lamb. They put up everywhere. You see that man in the backfield, but more importantly, man, he's going to line up outside at the slot, the number 3 position. He running every route, and Dak is going to make sure he's getting that ball. So, JPJ,
Him out the backfield might be the stupidest thing they've done.
Bro, when I saw it, I'm like, y'all really gave this man like a run play? Like, what are y'all doing?
Obviously, it's going to CD Lamb.
Yeah. Everybody knows this, though.
No matter what.
Everybody
It's going to be a
this,
screen. It's going to be something.
Everybody knows this, man.
Yeah, we're just going to go
Everybody
after
knows this,
CD
bro.
Lamb.
Yep. So, JPJ, that's why I need that one right there. Next up, talked about Trayvon Diggs, man. He's part of their secondary. He, man, makes a lot of plays on the football. But we know he likes to travel with number 1 receivers. So if GP is respected, like I think he's respected, Trayvon Diggs should be the one following GP from the time he gets off the bus. And if that is the case, GP, man, you've been cooking everybody else. I don't know why you want to stop now. So I like that one as well. Then from there, man, talked about their linebackers, Eric Kendricks, DeMarvion Overshown. To me, I think they are built for the pass. They're built for the sideline to sideline, but they get a whole dose of Najee Harris. I like Najee's physicality. Najee has to make sure he's leaning on them dudes, pounding them, because I don't think they want to do that for 4 quarters. They look good on some of the sideline stuff. I don't think they want to handle that in their face all night. And then last but certainly not least, their tight end, he's a pays a Pat Frymouth equivalent, Jake Ferguson, all right? With that being the case, Patrick Queen, I'm tripping. I was about to say Landon Wilson. Lord have mercy. Peyton Wilson. Those are my guys that are going to be doing more of the coverage stuff on a Jake Ferguson. Just make sure he ain't doing nothing crazy. The same way when we talk about Moof and we're like, yo, Moof has the ability to do this, and sometimes he does, but teams try to keep him under wraps. We got to treat him the same way. That's going to be their number 2 option because, like you said, man, Brandon Cooks, I think they might have already ruled him out. That's what I thought, yeah. So with
something like an infection or something.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I don't know what that is, man.
Surgery. I don't know what happened.
So with that, man, they're going to be going and looking at Jake Ferguson as that second option. Like I said, man, I feel like our LBs are more than athletic enough to make sure that doesn't become an issue. So with that being the case, I like us to win this. I have it 27-24.
Whoa.
And not in the sense of it being a close 24. Very similar to what you said. I have it late, 27, 18-ish. And then they kind of get that garbage stuff at the end of it to make it look more respectable. Is how I see it playing out personally. But I feel like 27-24, I think we will be able to move the ball and score a lot more versus them. My biggest concerns is, number 1, Dak can heat up. They do have a receiver that consistently beats one-on-one coverage and CD Lamb. So just out of that, I respect it a little bit.
Why do I feel like, even though I was talking shit on the Colts last week, seeing how it played out and everything, why do I feel like this matchup's actually better for us than the Colts?
Because it is. The Colts had a better team, but I just don't feel like they're talked about
and
as much.
And they actually had a running back. I just had faith in our defense being able to stop him.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting Anthony Richardson and Joe Flacco to play the way that they did. But then I think sometimes we do struggle when a team has multiple receivers or multiple
versus
legit threats. Yeah, with the Cowboys, it's just CeeDee Lamb. That's really all you got to worry about. Ferguson, sure, but I like our chances with Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson against him. Outside of that, we don't got to worry about a Josh Downs, a Pierce, a Michael Pittman, Jonathan Taylor. I still think we should have done better than what we did last week.
We should have.
I know Dak's a better quarterback than Anthony Richardson, but I don't think Dak's playing better than what Anthony Richardson and Joe Flacco combined to do. I wasn't expecting that out of the Colts quarterback situation. Now, Flacco coming in playing the way he did, we already talked about that. Yeah, I could see that, but Richardson, those first 2-3 series, that was That was Tom Brady type of stuff that he was doing.
I would agree.
That was out of nowhere.
I would agree. T-Star F did say this, though. He says, Deke, for the love of God, don't jinx us this week. Okay? That's what he said. I ain't say that's what he said. Okay?
I'm giving my honest opinion here.
Respect on that.
Do we have time for picks? It's 4:20.
We do, actually. So I was about to say, man, if you have it up, let's do that real quick, man. I'm going to pull up this email, okay? And I will get that going on my side, okay? And then after that,
just tell me the record. We don't got to go
man,
game by game.
Hey, listen, man. Don't get all weird on me now. All right, hey, man. When you get smoked, you get smoked. All right, it be like that.
Time crunch.
Listen, man. Look, because you got smoked, now you want to be on the time crunch. That's crazy. All right, it's all good. All right,
do you want to pick this first game while you're looking?
Hold on. Oh, okay.
I get a win?
Oh, Lord. All right, okay. I think
it's me.
I guess a broken clock is right.
Am I back?
Every once in a while. All right. Deke might have had a cool little week. Went 4-1-2. I went 1-4-2. We pushed versus Cowboys and Giants. He got me with Saints. I got him with Broncos. He got me with Commanders. He got me with Raiders. He got me Commanders. I had Cardinals. He had Raiders. I had Browns at 1.5. We pushed Chargers and Chiefs, and then he got me with the Lions at -3.5 versus the Seahawks.
How about Chargers went up 10-0?
Yes, bro.
To start.
Yes, man. I can't stand it. So, yeah, you got lucky. All right, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
So what? I'm up on the series now overall.
No,
I think by
you
one.
are not. On the series, we are actually tied 15-15-2.
Okay, so you were up 3 going into last week. Okay,
I had a nice little lead going into last week.
Did I pick up 3 on you? You're saying? 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1. Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you got lucky, man.
Nice.
Broken clock, right? Twice a day, right? So, yeah.
All right, this is a game for you. Thursday night football. Falcons at home.
Oh.
-2.5 against the Buccaneers.
Can I get Baker?
Come on, dude. Another chance.
All right,
for
man.
Kirk. Come
you know
on.
what? I'll do it, bro. Bump it. I don't even care. Okay.
Thursday night football. This don't even count.
I don't even care.
This don't count. For
it
prime
does
time.
count. It does count, but because of what you're trying to do, I don't even care.
They just scheduled all these primetime Falcons games.
I don't even know why.
Ain't my fault.
I don't even know why, and it's okay. You catch me in the moment. You know I got about a couple minutes when we got to leave. All right, we're gonna be ending this. I'm gonna be packing up. We're walking out the house at the same time, man. All right.
So -2.5 Falcons at home. I'll take Buccaneers with the points then.
All right, Bucks with the points. Cool.
Vikings at London, -2.5 against the Jets, 9:30 a.m. Sunday morning.
All right. I like the Vikings, if that's all right with you.
I do too.
All right, we'll go to the next one then. No worries.
Commanders. Wow, you're not gonna talk about me
Nope.
picking Rodgers or anything.
Listen,
we're moving quick.
I
okay?
can't because, like I said, I have a little bit of a time crunch.
Commanders -3.5 at home against the Browns.
I like Commanders if you like Browns.
I'm going Commanders.
Same. All right.
These spread, how do you? That spread should be like 7 without Deshaun Watson and the Browns are playing. Bengals +2 at home against the Ravens.
I'll go whoever you don't go with.
I'll go Bengals. Ravens are playing good, but Bengals at home, gotta have it game for the Bengals and Burrow. Yeah, I think him, Chase, Higgins, the offense, they do a good job. So you're going Ravens?
I will, yes.
Okay. Texans at home +1 against the Bills. I'll go Texans with the points.
Hold on.
Bills
let me get back. All right.
Bills a little discombobulated.
All right. So let me get this right. You had Bengals you just picked, right? I had Ravens.
Yeah.
I'm
Bengals
gonna go,
+2.5.
You're going to go Texans?
Texans +1 at home against the Bills.
I will go Bills.
Bears at home -3.5
I don't
against
like
the
either.
Panthers.
I don't like either.
Really?
But who are you picking?
Panthers with Dalton. There's a new vibe. There's a new wave. So yeah, I'd skip this.
Okay.
I don't feel that confident in the Bears just yet. No, I'll do the Bears actually.
All right.
I think Caleb turned the corner last week. I think his rookie year is going to be looking up here on out.
All right.
I think Bears defense good. You're going Panthers?
I'll go Panthers. You catching me because I got like a minute.
Okay. Jaguars -2.5 against the Colts. Jaguars at home.
I'll take the Colts.
I'll go Jaguars.
It
It can't get much worse. Come on.
I'll take the Colts.
Come on,
Yep,
Lawrence. It can't get worse than this. Patriots at home, +1 against the Dolphins. Oh, God.
Nope. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I can't pick either or. I can't.
Nope. Don't like that at all.
San Fran at home, -7 against the Cardinals.
All right. I like the... Who you like? I like Niners or Cardinals.
Man, I don't like the 7. I like Niners. I don't like the 7. I would go Niners. If that would be my pick.
Okay,
if you want to take the Cardinals with the 7,
Yeah,
I would
fine.
go Niners. Broncos -2.5 at home against the Raiders.
Raiders are in it. I don't want that. I don't like the Raiders right now. I'll take Denver.
Wow. Yeah, I'll take Denver too. I don't want to mess with this.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Seahawks at home -6.5 against the Giants.
6.5.
Dimes has not been looking bad.
I'm with you. I was low-key like, I like the Giants with the points.
I don't like the Giants' defense against the Seahawks though. At home too. Okay, so yeah, I'll do the Seahawks -6.5.
Yeah, I do Giants. I'll take the Giants with the points.
Rams at home +3 against the Packers.
Who do you like? Because I'm good
Packers,
either one.
The Packers.
You like Packers?
-3.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like that's a trap game for me.
I feel like Stafford to show up.
Yeah, Love got the rust
Yep.
off last game.
He did, though. He looked good at the back end.
Yeah, almost pulled it off at the end. Steelers -2.5 at at home against Cowboys.
We know who we rocking with.
Now you said Steelers win by 3. I don't know if this is too close to spread. You
No,
want
that's
the
a win.
Cowboys with the points or anything?
That's 3. That's a win.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, man. I like us. I like us winning.
All right, only Monday night game this time. No
I go
2.
Saints.
We got Chiefs at
I like
home
Saints.
-5.5
Give me the
against the
Saints.
Saints.
I like the Saints.
I'll do Chiefs.
There we go.
I hope the Saints win. I really do.
I think the Chiefs win. I just don't think it'll be by
Yeah.
enough. So we did it. We finished it. We do got to roll though. All right. So Raymond Kane says, "Happy birthday to your daughter, Moats." He says, "Happy birthday to your daughter, Moats. My daughter just turned 1 at the end of early August. She's my first. So the journey to beginning, enjoying every second. So shout out to that. I'm glad you enjoying. He says, blessings to your family. Hope you have a fun time tonight." And then Mike Hood says, "Moats, I have a 40-year-old. It's okay. It'll be okay. Happy birthday to your baby girl." Nah, salute you, man. But with that being the case, man, we appreciate the heck out of each and every one of y'all. Hit that like button and subscribe if y'all are new to the channel. And until next time, baby.
Peace.